What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fact vs. Fiction. I'm your host, Jax. All right. So for today's video, I'm coming to you with some ABBA and Preach reaction. This video is going to be, I think it's going to be pretty meta. So I don't know what to really expect.
This video comes from O'Shea Duke Jackson.
Now, the Hodgetwins started off on YouTube doing, in my honest opinion, bodybuilding and satire, and they built a really big fan base. They sold out. And how did they sell out? Well, they started making conservative media content. This is a lot of their content. Look at this one. The black trans-genders are always the worst. So basically what happens is the Hodgetwins went from a comedic duo to an anti-black conservative duo in order to make money once their comedic duo started going down.
Now, if I'm being generous to the Hodgetwins, I don't think they would say they're anti-black. They'll probably say something like, we just believe in accountability, we think there's issues, and we want to see the black community. That's what they would say. So
it just so happened that they were reacting to the Eric Arval video, and they were reacting.
I don't know if I can agree with that entirely, just because of the fact of how they categorize, the black community. So I can't entirely say that, because they mostly talk about, black this, black that, what the black people are doing wrong, or those who are being more ignorant and irate than the general population.
So this new all-white town documentary, and they said something that was interesting.
To be honest, I don't want to live in in the United States of America if it's not majority white. Once it becomes majority non-white, so I understand the fear of white people want to live in a country that's majority non-white.
But they're not the only guys that talk like this.
America is a nation, not just from an economic standpoint, but we also have an identity too, a cultural identity. And I'll tell you guys this too. As someone who's a first-generation American, my family's from Sudan, etc., I should not be saying this stuff, but I'm going to be honest. A lot of these guys that come from the third world, to include my old homeland, come here and scam. And the reality is, if we want America to stay America, we got to keep it majority white. We got to keep it the way it was founded.
But there was a time where Myron, who was trying to defend white races, got into a battle with a guy, basically calling him a saying N-word.
But you're sitting behind a Anon account, can't even stand behind what the you're saying. You got the nerve to talk to me when I got my real name out there, my real face out there. I'm live every day talking about actually contributing to the fight, and you got the gall to sit there and call me a saying, you piece of shit. I hope you wake up and have the replay, and I hope I come on a space I can see your dumb and actually talk to you. This is the problem that we have in these spaces. We got these stupid, autistic that will sit there and say, well, you're not white, so you can't talk about this, or you're... And it's like, okay, Reed, you want to go ahead and have this fight by yourself where no one's going to take you seriously because they're going to just think you're a kid? Remember, that's the problem.
Because they think you're the Triple K a member. Didn't you put on a hood and do their salute, you fucking goofy-ass loser? Wasn't that him?
Going on a platform that is white extremist and calling them autistic because they're not inclusive, it's crazy.
It is. That is actually nuts.
Crazy.
Good point.
It's like you're at McDonald's wondering why it smells like fries. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The people that are allowing you in these spaces and letting you talk are laughing in your back when your back is turned. They're like, "This is this clown. Look at this."
You're being generous. Back.
Yes, I am.
They're back. They literally looked him in his eyes.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
I was about to say, yeah, they even told him to his face, hey, I know you trying to be on a white side, this, that, and the third, but hey, buddy, you're not white. We don't really want you here too. In the same circle that he tries to include himself in, they told him, hey, you're not white. You should go back to where you came from.
Still an N-word. You're a dirty.
person said that.
No. There was a whole spaces where they were saying that about him. Some of them challenged him to fight, saying, "Listen, we don't want you here."
Myron, you were in my space the other day, and I said, you're doing a great job calling out these Jews, but, if we take this country back, we want it for white folks. And would you go home? And you said, I was born here, and I'm not going anywhere. And this is where I think the problem is with working with non-whites, is that once you think you help us, that you're just going to stay in our country. Why do you Browns think you could stay in my country?
Hell, Nick Fuentes, who he's very good friends with, his politics are that whites should be the majority people in power.
Yeah.
It is really this simple.
And also with Nick Fuentes, another one who I've talked about in, a couple past videos. Yeah, he's far right, but also he's white and also he's Mexican as well. So he's biracial, but he says he wants his kids to look like him. So he wants his kids to be more white than whether it be Mexican or black or Asian or whatever. So, hey, I mean,
We need white men in charge of everything again. That's it.
Hey, help us now, but pack your bags and go back to Sudan, you dirty.
It's like the house ninja that thinks he's gonna get a position by staying in the house. It's like, no, they don't like you either.
Yeah.
And you know what's also funny? I'm one of the biggest advocates for white people being able to practice and say white power, be able to maintain their relationship with white women, etc. I'm actually one of the biggest proponents of white people being able to say, hey, I want to keep my race white. I actually respect that, and I fight for their ability to say that. Then you get kids like this guy that come in and try to on one of their biggest advocates that has a platform that's of the other color saying this stupid. Idiots like you make me realize, damn, I shouldn't even be defending these.
That's crazy.
Okay. We just gotta appreciate this. How like buck broken these guys are. Okay, but you understand, definitionally speaking, that means that they want to exterminate you or they want you out of their fucking country. I'm not gonna sit here and then do some kind of movement that's anti-Ethiopian and then be surprised when people with foreheads like mine get exterminated. You're easy to spot. You made it clear what it's about. Shit, my shit's kind of shiny today too.
Oh, it's shiny.
No, I put coconut oil today.
No, but usually you sweat a lot.
Touche.
But I mean, it was summer and now it's fall, so I mean.
I still sweat. It don't matter what season it is.
This is where the Hodge twins get their Negro wake-up call. So the Hodge twins go on to Twitter, and then they put this message. Hey, Arval, I know your community is whites only, but could you make exceptions for us two Negroes? We're not even full sub-Saharan. We are over 40% white. And Arval says this. God bless the Hodge twins. But no.
Yeah, what do you thought was about to happen? You black too. What you thought? That it was. I don't even know how I got to explain this to people.
Yo.
You black.
Yo, I don't say this very often, but you're genuinely you're simping for white supremacy.
Yes.
The same way these motherfuckers are on their OnlyFans paying and losing all their bread to like touch your bathwater. They don't even want to let you into their hood.
We respect what you say because we say the same thing, but you're part of the things that we say and we stay against, so no.
That was so fucking pathetic. We're 40% white. Ugh.
Well, no, on the contrary, they're over 40% white. Yeah, they're over 40% white. But, at the end of the day, like I said, if you go back and you look at their videos, you can see that they always come in after the black people. Like, yeah, every race has their little little minorities where people act ridiculous, and but they just cover the black people because they've decided to put themselves in that little group where I guess it's profitable to downplay black people, even though they are half black and half white. They don't try to lift up, and I'm not saying they should or it's their obligation to do so, to lift up the black community, but they constantly in multiple videos to downplay the black community and any chance they get, and they don't really cover what the whites are doing. But hey, you know what? It's free speech. It's their prerogative. That's what they want to do. That's what they're gonna do. If it makes them money, that's what they're gonna do.
Actually, this is one question I want to ask.
Walk off.
I want to ask, okay, for the white people watching, when you see guys like this, what does it feel like? I wonder what it feels like for them when they see dudes who are this buck broken worshiping their whiteness. If I was white, I'd be like, probably putting on some sunscreen and be like, yeah, we are superior. It's like RPGs, you know, when you get your racial traits, you guys need sunscreen. We need bulletproof vests. Hey, it's actually so impressive because even though you did this disgusting ass shit, right? Guess what? Most of the black communities will still take you in. Fucking pathetic.
40% white is black.
Let's keep going.
And not even that, 50% white. I mean, yeah, they just said 40% white, you're black. Yeah, but he said they're over 40% white. Again, they're over 40% white. But the fact that even in some communities or whatever, if you talk proper, if you have that right dialect, or if you're able to articulate yourself in the right way without getting overly emotional, you're going to be considered white. If you act a certain way and it's not in agreement with that black community, you're going to be considered white. And even with their skin tone, they are pretty fair skinned, if I say so myself. In the black community, they wouldn't be considered black. For real, if they went to the hood, the ghetto, whatever, they wouldn't be considered black. They would most likely be considered white. And even for me in some situations, whatever, I could be considered white.
You're black. Myron's black. If they're building an all-white community, they don't want you there. Myron knows it. Hodgetwins knows it. The Hodgetwins, they're getting paid from it. Myron's not even getting paid from it, but anything to be closer to White Zaddy. Closer to White Zaddy. If you don't want...
White Zaddy. Crazy. I don't have a problem with black conservatism, but be principled and have a logical worldview that includes your existence in it. That's the bare minimum. That's like white people who spend all their day saying there should be no white people. I don't respect them either. That's fucking stupid. The worst part is like these are disgusting enough to birth kids into a world, and if they get their way, their kids are going to be the ones who suffer the most. How can I respect that?
Hodgetwins are demons, bro. They have millions of followers. They've been on YouTube and they've been on social media for over 10 years, and they built their platform basically by bashing black people, and they decided to use their platform to attack a 17-year-old, a young man, not even an adult yet.
Well, okay. Oh my God.
Well, that person doesn't know specifically about Hodgetwins like that, because they didn't build their foundation on bashing black people. They actually built their foundation on doing fitness content way back. Like, where were we in 2025? So, like, I say, like, because I started watching Hodgetwins when I was in high school. So, like, they've been on YouTube for 10 plus years, and they started off doing fitness content. You can go back and look at that. And then they transitioned into doing more comedic stuff with the Ask Hodgetwins whole thing, where people would send in emails and their submissions and to relationship advice and say, hey, we're not professionals, but this is our take on this situation. And now they're going into this whole conservative thing that they have going on, that they've been doing, I don't know for how long, at least since 2020 at least. So they've been transitioning this whole time, but I think they've been relevant throughout certain situations and certain periods in time to where they can still make their money and do what they need to do to survive. So they haven't built their foundation on bashing black people the whole time. No, that's not true. That's from what I know. And, Abba and Preach, they're going to have their, if ands or buts about it. And that's just kind of what it is. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button, comment down below. Subscribe, share with your friends and family, do all that good stuff. Alrighty. And I will see you guys in the next video. And guess what? If you're not there, then you are square. So until next time. Peace.
Turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off.